Let's get right to our word of the day. The word of the day today is fears. Fear. Because we've been confident on this show for months. And I recognize not everybody's going to agree with us about how confident we've been about this team and about this game. And we want to help everybody fight their fears. This is the last chance because tomorrow till Sunday and all the party and all that stuff, it's full positivity, full go. But today, since it is Therapy Thursday after all, here's our last chance to face our fears about this Super Bowl. Now, again, I've been extremely confident. I believe the Eagles are going to win the game. But I do respect the Chiefs, and I can't say here and say they have no chance of winning. There is absolutely a path to them winning. Now, is it a great path? I don't necessarily think so, but there is a path. So what I'm going to give right now for all the people is what my greatest fear would be, my worst case scenario. And then I will explain why I believe it won't happen. And that is why I have so much confidence. But I know there's people out there worried about something, and this is the day where we get rid of all that negativity. Patrick Mahomes could be the greatest quarterback to ever live. I know he gets every call. I'm not telling you he doesn't get every call. Do I look like a person who respects referees? You know I don't. I don't respect the profession. And do I think these refs have been crooked? No. But do I think they've been incompetent during many Chiefs games? Absolutely. My concern is, with the aid of the officials, that Patrick Mahomes has one of those magical games that he's capable of. Why? Because I do respect him as a great player. And you're not going for a three-peat for no reason. You're doing that not only because of referees or conspiracies. He's great. At the end of the day, the Eagles do a lot of things right, but that Patrick Mahomes is so great, the Eagles are not able to overcome it. If I'm looking at my fear, that would be the one. I am not worried about Andy Reid scheming mediocre players open. I trust Vic Fangio. I'm not afraid about the offense. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. I have full faith in Jalen Hurts. I believe in him. I believe in the weapons. I believe in Saquon Barkley, this offensive line. Not as much Jake Elliott, but almost everybody else. I believe in 52 out of 53 guys on this roster right now. Everybody but Jake Elliott. But I do have a certain amount. If I'm looking at what I fear, if I'm going to bare my soul, it will be Mahomes having a special day. Now, here's why that's not going to happen. Because, one, Jalen Carter has been sick, but he's going to play. All right, they're limited in practice. He's limited, not out. They're trying to be smart. Also, the defensive line coach has been sick, so it's something going through the locker room. Not great timing, but NFL has access to IVs. Unlike regular folks, he'll be ready to go. That Eagles defense and that back seven that has been so great and is so much better than last year's back seven, even though the linebackers were good, that's why it's not going to happen. I believe in Fangio. I believe in Carter. I believe in the defense. So right there, I'll tell you, my greatest fear is this, Mahomes, but I don't believe it's going to happen because of the defense. And the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Ricky Bo, What is your greatest fear, and why won't it happen?
I've made a mistake of listening to national media a lot this week. And you know what? Everywhere you turn, what do they talk about? They're talking about the big game, about what could go right, what could go wrong. Well, the biggest thing that could go wrong is a big turnover somewhere late in the game. And my biggest fear kind of runs into you and the Patrick Mahomes thing. Giving the ball back to Patrick Mahomes with under 2 minutes left and a 6-point or less score on the board. You know what? The one thing it's a nightmare that everybody has is Patrick Mahomes leading the way late in the game to win a three-peat. And I look at it this way. Any team could turn the ball over. But it would take a late turnover. And the Eagles, here's where my disbelief comes in. And the belief was put into my head because I heard so many people say a turnover could be this game. It could mean the game, whether it be late, whether it be early. But my biggest nightmare comes late because of Patrick Mahomes, because of how good that he has been late in ball games, and because they've been in all close games all season long. Now, there's a different theory to this. The Eagles have only they've gotten 34 turnovers this year since the bye week. So it seems like everything's coming back towards them. They don't turn the ball over very much. Jalen Hurd has cut back on his interceptions, especially since that bye week. I think they have learned. I think they learned from the end of last year. I think they learned from the first 4 games of this year. You keep the ball, you win football games. I think the Eagles hold on to the ball. I don't think they give Patrick Mahomes that opportunity late in the game, and that comforts me.
610-632-0975. The word of the day today, fears. We want you to face your fears. Anybody out there, if you're worried about anything, no wrong answers today. Literally none. And then what Ricky and I will try to do today, and Silvana, is weigh in on why that fear won't happen. I recognize there's some nervousness out there. I recognize that this game is not a gimme. But trust me, I've been so confident. I'm not wavering now. Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, and I'm willing to talk to every single person left in this continent to explain why they're going to win. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want more of this content, make sure you like and subscribe. And you know you can do that kind of over here if you want more of the best show ever.